Hey everybody, this is Ben here coming at you with a new review. How are you doing? I just filmed the short version of this, so I have to tell you I feel libération in the sense that I feel like I can go into more in-depth review and I'm not on any sort of time constraint. So I hope you like the short ones though. For those of you guys checking out the shorter ones, I'm going to start doing that now. I just do it in one take and I try to keep it under about 3 to 4 minutes and I just cut to the chase. So if you ever see a fragrance in my collection, in my episodes, I'm going to do one that's really short, and then I do this one, which is my in-depth review, chock full of editing, outtakes, and many surprises. So in this week, I'm taking a look at none other than, let's see if I can get it to focus, and if I cannot, I'm just going to let it go. Oh yeah, I'm a YouTube professional. Let's just say it. Come on. That is Rose Anonyme. I don't see any accent marks, so I'm assuming this is not Rosé Anonyme. I'm assuming this is Rose Anonyme, which is Anonymous Rose, of course. And, I'm assuming that it is Anonymous Rose, and it is by Atelier Cologne, 2012 release. So, you know that I am working on the sampler set, and each sample has a hashtag that goes with it. Now, the hashtag for this one is #Bay. So I actually had to look this up, okay? So the hipster that I am, actually, if I were a hipster, I wouldn't have to look it up, but I looked it up. And it says, bae is a person's boyfriend or girlfriend, and it is a slang term of endearment. So it's like shorter version of babe. So the question that begs to be asked is, does the hashtag fit Rose Anonyme? Stay tuned and find out. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are taking a look at none other than Rose Anonyme. I checked out, the previous two episodes. I looked at Orange Sanguine, and then I also looked at Pacific Lime. In these episodes, I noticed on their website that they're both housed under Sunny Citruses, and I was a little lukewarm, but I will say this. Checking out their website, they for all of their fragrances, they have soap, lotion, and body washes. So I must tell you, when it comes to Pacific Lime and Orange Sanguine, I don't know that I would rush out and buy the cologne, but I would actually absolutely consider the body wash or the bar of soap or the lotion. I certainly like them, and I would like them in that realm. I just didn't really care for them as a bottle of cologne, especially at that price point. But this week, Rose Anonyme is as categorized under bright flowers. So let's take a look actually at the description that they say, because I wanted to read for you the description from Atelier Cologne. So this is not from the sampler set. This is actually from their website. It's a big moment. So here it goes. It says here, a unisex perfume made in France, 86% natural origin ingredients. That's interesting. Now here it goes. The language of flowers is the most depressive of all. Okay? It will offer you a variety of nuances between light and dark, reflecting the depth of your emotions. A pleasant smell will make its way straight to your heart. A floral, woody scent might be seducing, yet somehow impetuous. Just like the lion is the king of animals, the rose as the queen of flowers sometimes need to be tamed. The rose perfume, Rose Anonyme, created by Atelier Cologne, they never put the parfumé, I'm a little surprised by that, is a delight to the senses. You will enjoy its beauty and also feel its adventurous nature. The ingredients of this unisex perfume include rose from Turkey, bergamot from Italy, and patchouli from Indonesia. This fragrance is woody and sweet, a balance between the audacious and the elegant. Dare it. I have to tell you, sometimes the descriptions by these companies are a little corny. This one actually, I chose it because it fits. It really is all of that. They produce something that smells exactly like that and does exactly what it sets out to do. I really appreciate this one. So this is a new category, so maybe things are looking on the bright side, no pun intended, for me when it comes to Atelier Cologne. I felt a little bit bad that I took a pass on the first two. This one is outstanding. This one really has is for three people, three audiences. The first one for me is someone who likes a rose and oud combination, but you're a little bit tired of the fact that they all kind of smell the same. This one is not a fresh rose. It is a little bit of a plasticky, little tiny bit of a cleaning product, but that not in a negative way. I'm just saying that to offset it with the notion that it's like a fresh rose. So it also has other notes besides rose and oud, and it has the big ones for me are papyrus, patchouli, and bergamot, definitely. So really appreciate the originality factor. The second thing is, the second target audience would be someone who's looking to have one fantastic rose-based fragrance in their collection. Man or woman, this is just outstanding. I mean, this would easily be your go-to if you wanted to have one rose-based fragrance in your collection. I would highly recommend it, again, for men or women. It is totally, I'll just let the cat out of the bag now, totally unisex in my opinion. I think most people, I think sometimes people suggest that it's feminine because of the rose. I don't know that that's fair, actually, because I love rose-based fragrances. One of the best ones, of course, and it should be the best one in your opinion as well, is none other than Lyric Man by Amouage. I don't know if this beats that, but it is really fantastic. Again, with the one exception is keep in mind that it's not a true, like a fresh rose. Then the third audience would be target audience would be just anyone looking for a scent that is really just outstanding. I mean, I really appreciate this one because, again, the originality factor and the fact that it smells really nice. You can see here I have just enough to film today, and there will not be any extra going to my daughter, because I usually, on the sampler ones, if I have any left over, she is usually the beneficiary of them. That's not going to happen this week because I really appreciated this one, loved wearing it, and I really appreciate the fact that the fragrance matches up quite well with their description of it. Okay, so let's take a look at the notes. And before I do, though, I will say, again, we have had just a positive avalanche of subscribers since last week. So thank you very much. And there's no way I could do this episode, of course, without wishing you a very happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. We finally made it to 2021. There were days, weeks, months when I was seriously wondering about that, but we made it, didn't we? So congratulations for all the sacrifices that you have made during the pandemic, for all the things that you have done that have been a true sacrifice on a daily basis. Kudos to you, and I hope you're doing well. And here we are in 2021 finally. So happy New Year to you. May 2021 be all that you want it to be. All right, we'll dive in with the notes now. You're going to get rose and oud, of course, and as I said, the three other players are going to be papyrus and bergamot and patchouli. And I will say this. My relationship with papyrus tends to be very hit and miss. Some papyrus based or some fragrances that have a clear papyrus note work for me, and then other ones kind of have this kind of I don't know if I can explain it well, but they just have kind of an off-putting smell. It's almost like a dill. There's like a dill pickle element to it. I know that sounds odd, but papyrus is hit and miss. This one is a huge hit for me. I really appreciate that the bergamot, papyrus, and the patchouli come in the mid notes and really take over, and so that way this isn't just a classic rose oud combination fragrance, but not at all. It is a very original fragrance. So this is a very original fragrance. I love that about this one. And those are the main players in the notes. You can always go to basenotes.net or fragrantica.com and check out all the other notes, but those are the big players. All right, so those are the notes for Rose Anonyme. Now let's get to the longevity, projection, and sillage. When it comes to longevity, good news abounds, my friends, because you are going to get a rock solid 6 to 8 hours, which is what I like, and it is closer to 8, especially if you spray on your clothes and also on on a watch band, things like that. You will absolutely get a solid 8 hours out of this one. So longevity is a work shift. That's what I always shoot for. Perfect. Projection is also wonderful because it's not beast mode, but it's not a skin scent. You will get noticed, and it will emanate from your skin about an arm's length away for a good 3 to 5 hours, and then even from 5 to 8, you will still people will notice this fragrance, and the sillage is wonderful. So this would be something that you would wear when you want to get noticed. This would be something that you'd want to wear when you're coming in and out of rooms or walking by people or in close quarters, because you will certainly be noticed, and it will also garner attention and compliments. So that's pretty much exactly what you want, right? Wonderful fragrance. I really appreciate that about this one. This is kind of the perfect mix of something that's not beast mode, but it's also not a skin scent. It's just right down the middle. I really like that about Rose Anonyme. Okay, so when it comes to age group, I think you're probably going to see, this one is highly versatile. So I think you're probably going to see 30 and up, but there's nothing to suggest that it is mature in a bad way. This is not a grandpa/grandma scent whatsoever. Definitely not. This is something that could be easily pulled off by someone in their 20s. But I think as far as looking at people who wear this, who have purchased it, who have this as their signature scent, you're probably going to see 30 and up. And if you really wanted me to give a percentage, I'd probably say the people who own it probably are about 60% women and 40% guys. But that's just me giving what I think. So in terms of season, this is also pretty easy. This is definitely a spring fall, and I would put this more as a fall scent. I see this more as, not dead on winter, but I see this as really that period of where we get into almost like Halloween up until getting close to Christmas. This is just a wonderful fall fragrance, but there's nothing to suggest that you couldn't wear it in the spring as well. It might be a little cloying in the summer, but honestly, I would not be surprised if many people said that they wore this fragrance year round. I would associate it with slightly cooler climates and temperatures, but it could be pulled off in very hot weather and also very cold weather. It's just very nice. I also, when I think of the event, I'm happy to report actually one thing, which is this is not a fragrance that I associate with a happy hour. So if you follow my channel, you know that in the last 4 or 5 episodes, I seem to be kind of falling into this, perfect for a happy hour. And I'm happy to report that this is not one of those. This one, I think some people could see this as a work fragrance. I personally don't, actually. I think this is something that I would wear more in the evening. I do see this as more of a close encounters, romantic date night out fragrance. You could pull this one off, though. It's not ultra seductive in the sense that you could not wear it at work and it would call attention, and it smells very nice. You could wear this to work every day, during the day, 8 hours your shift, and wear this all the time. But I personally see this more as a little bit of a date night out, a romantic night, going to, a restaurant and then out for the night. So I see it more as an evening, but I have a feeling that other people would suggest it is a more of a day scent. So you can check that out if that matters to you. For me, I see it more as an evening, but a true date, not a happy hour. So all in all, this is a highly versatile fragrance. It's one that really works for me. I loved practically everything about it. In fact, I have to tell you, when I went to their website, one knock against this company is the price point. I mean, for example, for a 30 milliliter bottle, a very small bottle, so that's 1/3 not even 1/3 of a normal bottle, right? So that's like 1 fluid ounce, basically. $80, that's a bit pretentious, folks. That's a bit pretentious. I know 86% of the ingredients are natural and all that, but that's a bit pretentious. Now, I will say that they have a deal. Apparently, they're very big into gift giving and packaging these as gift sets, because one of the deals they have is you can get like a 200 milliliter, so that's twice the size of a normal bottle, 6.7 fluid ounces, 200 milliliter, plus you can get a 30 milliliter. Plus, you get a leather case, a travel case for it, and you can actually put like an engraving on that, and you can choose whatever you want to say, up to 12 characters. And then you're looking at about, for example, that's 230 milliliters, of juice, and it's about $235. So you're looking at about $1 per milliliter. That's much more into my range. So I'm still going to say though that I'm going to dock one spray for the price point. So you can probably boo me for that one, but I really do appreciate this fragrance, and that's about all I can come up with. As far as some people said that they didn't like the kind of plasticky cleaning product smell, I really don't get that. I don't get that. I loved this fragrance. I absolutely would want this in my collection. If I had a choice between this one and Lyric Man, though, I would go Lyric Man. I mean, it is the king of rose-based fragrances on the guy side, but this one is a close honorable mention, and one that I would definitely will purchase in the future. So there's nothing left for me to do other than to say that this must be 4 out of 5 sprays. And I was even tempted in a soft-hearted moment to go 5 out of 5. I'm going to stay, though, with 4 out of 5, and I will reserve a 5th spray. If after I get the bottle, maybe I'll love it even more. All right, so that's 4 out of 5 sprays for Rose Anonyme, and I am going to go 1 on each side of the neck and 1 on each wrist. Here we go. Rose Anonyme. Boom. Oop, it didn't come out. Boom. Boom. Ah, magnifique. Boom. And boom. And just in case I change my mind later after I get a full bottle of this and I change it from 4 to 5 sprays, I'm going to give you 1. Just because I love you. Here you go. And there you have it. 4 out of 5 so far for this hidden gem. And again, Happy New Year to you, folks. I really appreciate all the support this year. Changes are coming, for that cologne guy. In fact, the microphone is doing this, but I also got this as well. So you can see changes are coming in 2021. It's been a long year, and I certainly wish you the best of health and nothing but happiness in 2021. All right. And with that, I end by saying, always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Okay, so after I did the video, I realized I really didn't answer my question. So the bonus feature in this episode is the answer to my original question of does this fragrance live up to the hashtag Bay? So when it comes to Rose Anonyme, the answer is yes, because we said the definition was, of course, that it is, bae means somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend. It's a term of endearment, and I think it's a great hashtag because it's unisex, so it could be for your boyfriend or for your girlfriend. And then number 2 is it's a term of endearment, and so obviously that suggests that you will be in close quarters, which is why I say I insist. Rose Anonyme for me is more of an evening, nighttime, close encounters fragrance, not so much of a day office scent. Just my opinion, but I realized I didn't really come back and answer my teaser question, so I had to do that. Happy New Year, and take care.